Detours. Brought to you by Sports and Spokes, the magazine for wheelchair sports and recreation. As both an accomplished chair racer and hand cyclist, Dutch endurance athlete Geert Schipper decided to add swimming to his repertoire and found the sport he loves competing at the most, the para-triathlon. Over the course of a decade, Schipper's determination has led him to 1 gold, 4 silver, 3 bronze medals at the World Championships, and a silver at the Rio Paralympics in 2016. Now with Paris right around the corner, Schipper will take yet another shot at the coveted top spot of the Paralympic podium. I'm just kind of curious when you made your transition from hand cycling, and I want to get back to, some of your accomplishments there, but it didn't take long before you took to para-triathlete. Was it just not enough to have to do hand cycling that you had to throw in swimming and racing too?
I get more often that question. I'm a person of not this or that. I am and plus the rest in everything. And actually, I started with downhill sit skiing and some sled hockey, both in the wintertime. And I made a perfect combination in that. But that's both winter sports. And I had to do something in summertime as well. So I bought a second-hand hand cycle. And with my daily chair and the hand cycle, I kind of competed in a real local triathlon, and I found myself enjoying so much swimming, biking in the hand bike, and running in my daily chair. I was thinking this is way more fun than only hand cycling.
Hey, Geert, let me jump in. You've at Rio Paralympics, you scored a silver medal in the triathlon 2016. At the Para Triathlon World Championships, you were second in 2017, 18, and 19. So clearly you love this sport. Of the 3 disciplines, that being swimming, biking, and the chair, which would be the substitute for running, which one of those is your strength and why are you so good at it?
Yeah, that's a good question. In the beginning, I hated racing in my wheelchair. And the reason was I was kind of fitting myself and squeeze myself in there and in a not comfortable way. So I was thinking, okay, I have to do the training, but I don't like it. Swimming costs a lot of energy for 1 hour swimming. And when you do triathlon, you have to swim 4 or 5 times a week. So at least 4 till 6, 7, 8, sometimes 9 hours a week. And in cycling, that was the most easy way to do. You could pedal very fast and hard, so you have a lot of speed, or you can do it easy with a lower heart rate. So that was the perfect combination. But to answer your question, I like to cycling is the number 1 for me. But the combination of the 3 disciplines made me the strongest. I'm not the best in swimming, I was not the best on paracycling, and I was not the best in the race chair, but the combination and the transitions as a sport discipline made me most of the time second or sometimes third, and by accident.
We'd like to take a minute to thank our sponsor, Sports and Spokes magazine. For nearly 50 years, they've produced stories on iconic athletes performing at the top of their game, given generational coverage of sports dating back to the 1970s, and they've shown the way with exciting and timeless magazine cover shots. To stay on top of all the latest news from the world of high-performance adaptive sports, go to sportsandspokes.com. Sports and Spokes, the magazine for wheelchair sports and recreation. Going back to cycling, this was pretty obvious in every search I did that you set a 1 hour record on a hand cycle in 2019, where you did the 1 hour time trial in 44 kilometers or 27 miles per hour. That's really just insane to me to think. I mean, I always told people when I had the opportunity to do a telecast and I'd see guys going 25 miles an hour, I say, go ahead and stick your hand out the window and just feel 27 is fast, man. That's how the heck did you do that?
Put your tools on each other and pedal as fast as you can. But I made a very well training for my kind of second attempt. For the 44 kilometers. I I think it was 42 kilometers, my second attempt, and my final attempt was 47 kilometers and 300 meters in 1 hour. I made a real good preparation. I was only training for that particular hour. I didn't skip my swim training, and I didn't skip my outdoor hand cycle trainings, and I didn't skip my wheelchair training, but everything I did the last 2 months was only focus and make sure you don't get issues, don't get sick, though, to make sure I will make that hour the fastest of the world, and kind of impossible to go faster than that. And my biggest competitor, Jetse, he made it to 44.7 kilometers, roughly 2 years before. But I was thinking at that time it was unbreakable. But we both said everything can be faster. So what I really hope is that there stand up somebody in the world and try to do what I did, and hopefully he can go faster than I go. But I doubt it. I doubt it if there is people out there.
Hey, Geert, just to close up, I'm usually and typically a quote hater because they're all pretty much the same quote. But when I read this quote, it hit me because it was just strong. And I want to, just get your impressions of what it is here. Being stubborn is also a way of being wise, as long as you make sure you're right. Explain that.
Before I started my hour record attempt, I knew that I could bike roughly, you don't know exactly how fast, but I knew that I could bike roughly around the 47 kilometers an hour. I knew I could do it. I trained at least a couple of weeks before with 47 kilometers for 30 minutes, and I wasn't dying at that time. But I quit because everything is painful, but I was still pedaling. So I had a kind of feeling before I started the attempt I could do 47 kilometers an hour, and I definitely go for it. So together with my coach, we had made a calculation. Okay, you should do every lap under 19 seconds, 250 meters under 19 seconds. And I trained for it, and I trained for it, and trained for it, and you knew, when you've got enough knowledge, you'll be wise. So you measured everything, and then you were wise, and then you make your quote.